करायचं का चालू? Shall we start? And here we go. Hey folks, see Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to a very, very interesting live stream. Why is it interesting? Because this Saturday, when I came up with not an IPO review video, because I thought that understanding the Zomato model is more important, unless and until you know that what are the different business streams for any company, then makes no sense analyzing the financial statements, makes no sense analyzing the balance sheet, right? I can see a few comments who are mentioning that, ma'am, what happened to that top 5 strategies video? Okay, those who have subscribed to my channel, those who have hit the bell icon, I'm sure they got an amazing notification on Saturday. Number one, it said that Zomato video is live. And number two, they immediately got a notification that top 5 strategies, when to buy, when to sell, is live. Okay. Actually, that was a video which was a scheduled video. So what I generally do, that is my dream. I mean, not a dream. That is my, what can I say? That's my goal. That's a better word. My goal is that I should not be shooting a video just like 1 or 2 days before that. Then I should be rushing in all my team members. Do the editing quickly and all that. I generally don't like to do that. It has to be a planned process. Generally, my monthly calendar is ready in the previous month. And next month we start the shoots. So yes, Puru Kashyap also says yes, but I now it is private now. So I'll tell you what had happened. Originally, Saturday scheduled release was of that video, but then Zomato dates came up, and I thought that first I should release the Zomato video, but I forgot to unschedule it. Okay, so I'm sure you might be knowing that on YouTube you can schedule the video, you can upload it, and you can say that okay, on this date at this time release it, and that's what actually happened with the Zomato video. Okay, and that is why few people who just jumped onto it, they understood that new video released, and till they were seeing, I just came to know that, oh my god, 2 videos have been released on the same date. Immediately I pulled it down. But don't worry, if I've shot that video, if I've already uploaded it, it's just there on the channel right now. It's just that it's private. Don't worry, we will be making it public in the coming week. Okay, so most probably on Wednesday that will go live. Okay, that was it about the video clarification that I wanted to give. Number one. Number two, we of course are here to understand about Zomato IPO, but if you have seen the title very carefully, it talks about 2 things. Which are the 2 things? The very first one is Zomato IPO review, and second one is Nifty update. What do you want me to cover first? Zomato IPO review or what happened with Nifty today? Where do you think Nifty might be heading? So Nifty discussion is like maximum 3-4 minutes. Baki entire discussion is going to be on Zomato. What do you want first, Nifty update or Zomato? In the meantime, I'll drink coffee. Devdeep Singh says Nifty. 90% people are like Nifty. Abhishek says Zomato is a loss-making company, Nifty is better. Oh my god, so many people for Nifty. Now I understand what is the thought process of people and what are people more interested in. Your wish is my command. Your wish is my demand. Your wish is your wish. Okay, we will go ahead and we'll start the discussion on Nifty only. It's an amazing update on Nifty, right? As I mentioned, not more than 3-4 minutes on that. Post that, we will be talking about Zomato. Okay, chalo, so let me quickly share my screen with you, and then I'm going to tell you something super important which has happened with Nifty today. I'm sure everyone knows that today Nifty started on a good note. It was performing very nicely in the morning, and all of a sudden around 1 p.m. if I'm not mistaken, post European markets opened, something terrible started to happen, and Nifty started crashing like anything. So this is the Nifty chart. So I've done a 15 minutes candle today. Okay, so I'm just zooming it, and I'm just trying to ensure whether this is visible for you or not. Let me just cut down all other parts so that I can show you very nicely. Yes, I think it's very nicely visible now. So today's 12th, and at 9:15 in the morning, it opened here. And you can see that almost till what? Almost till 12:45, it was doing very well, no problem at all. Okay. But this candle of 1 to 115, oh my God, 0.5% direct drop from what level to what level? This is 15,768. And from 15,768, it just started crashing and crashing and crashing and crashing till 15,702. So almost 60 points gone in 15 minutes. Even the next candle, you can see from here it had started its downward journey, and the lowest point that it made is somewhere around here, 15,656. So here you can imagine the topmost point, highest point was 15,768. Okay, and here 15,654. So almost 100%, 100 points, sorry, almost 100 points gone in no time. That was a havoc in the market. So I thought there was a net problem, sorry. So to repeat in quick words, from 15,768 to 15,654. So that was like almost 100 points drop in less than 20 minutes. It just went crazy. And I mean, I know a few of my friends, they were so much in panic that, okay, what happened? Has something gone wrong or what? But everyone knows, what do I talk about? I always talk about our trend lines. And I generally believe in checking out on a daily basis. Why? I'm sure everyone knows I don't do a lot of intraday trading, right? I do more of delivery based trading. I do more of, sometimes I do swing trading as well, but very, very, very less of intraday trading. Those who follow my channel regularly, they already know about this. Okay, do you remember the trend line? We have been talking about the trend line since so many trading sessions. Which is this date? This is 23rd March 2020. Malai. It almost came into my mouth. 1 minute. Done. Thank you for waiting. Okay, so this is a trend line since 23rd March 2020. We have been following that. Went up, tested. The same trend line was tested here, 25th September 2020. Okay, went up, and again almost tested here, 30th October 2020. Again went up, came down and tested this same level, 19th April 2021. 3, 4, 5 days of mingling around here. Again went up, again came down, again went up, again came down. Same level tested 1, 2, 3 times. Okay, and I've told you that, see, even in these days, if you see, in April, this was broken barely, but immediate next day it came up very well. Okay, here in May it broke down. Okay, May also it broke down, immediate next day went up, closed above that line. Okay, if you see, May, one day it broke down, second day also it came down to this level, again third day went up. Okay, now let's see what has happened. Okay, now if you see, these are the last 3 days. Be very careful. I'm going to zoom in as much as possible. It has to be clean and clear and neat for everyone. This is the same trend line, the trend line since 2020. And if you see, this is day before yesterday, trading days के हिसाब से. Okay, day before yesterday, it almost broke. Okay, almost broke the trend line. Next day, it went up pretty well, but finally it closed below the trend line also. But not, I mean, it was a proper doji which was formed. Okay, but still closed below the trend line. And today, even if it opened nicely, even if 1 point, I'll tell you, yesterday's close was 15,689.8. So you can say 15,690 was yesterday's close. Today's close is 15,692. Okay, so 2 points higher as compared to yesterday, 2.5 points higher as compared to yesterday. But today's candle has convincingly closed below our trend line. Now that bothers me a little bit. If you remember, I've been talking about this since a long time. We have been chasing this trend line since so many days. But finally today it has broken this trend line and it has closed well below the trend lines. Now what I would really want to see is one or two more trading sessions. Do they still sustain below this trend line? And if they do, I do see some sort of downward journey from here, if that be so. Well, in tomorrow or day after tomorrow session, if it convincingly goes again above this line, then that sharp fall might not happen. Okay. But those who have been following the channel very closely, they know this is our magic trend line, which we have been following. This is very well convincingly close below that level. So I'm watching out, to be honest. See, I'm feeling a bit scared to say this because all the market gurus whom I also trust a lot. I also see many people. I do watch CNBC TV 18, I do watch Z Business, and all of my favorite teachers are currently saying that they see bullishness in the market. But unfortunately right now, because of the trend line which I've been following since such a long time, that is broken, and somehow I feel scared because my view right now, because of this trend line, is not same as my gurus. So, but yeah, that's what I see. That's what I see on the trend line. It's clearly broken. Plus option chain. Those who see, I have not yet talked about option chain on my channel a lot. That is being covered in my F&O course, which will be launched soon. So anyways, when I start talking about option chain analysis on the channel as well, that's the time when you will also come to know what I was saying this day. All in all, to be very honest, I do see some sort of downside in the coming few days / weeks. Okay. One of the reasons you saw for the fall few days ago was the Delta variant. It got, today the opening was so amazing that Delta variant was just ignored, but then the closing was not good at all. So be a bit cautious. Does that mean you're going to sell off everything you have in your portfolio? Answer is absolutely no, not at all. But be cautious. If you are planning to invest a big chunk, I would say that I would have been cautious for sure. I might not have invested a big chunk. Whatever I'm investing as a part of my long-term strategy, SIPs, they continue. SIPs never get broken. Okay, they will continue on and on and on. But if I were to make a big investment right now in the market, I would have surely not gone into it right now at this juncture. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this amazing analysis of Nifty. Those who have been following the channel closely, I hope you are understanding what amazing point is this, where Nifty has actually broken the trend line. And I'm sure, yeah, I can see people saying bearish Marubuzu. Could a crash be coming? Bubble burst, whatever you say. Okay, there could be many points which are involved, but the trend line is broken, that is for sure. Okay, with that, the Nifty discussion is over. We are now going to focus on Zomato IPO review. And as usual, my dear viewers are so much engrossed in studies. They are so much engrossed in the discussion that we have 7,500 concurrent viewers and we have 1,152 likes. Kshitij also understood what am I going to say, because the moment I said we have 7,500 viewers, people, again, those who watch the channel every day, they understand that I have to tell. Before I tell, no one does that proactively. That's our channel viewers. That's who we are, right? Unless and until Rachana says, we are not going to do that on our own, right? Har baar ka hai ye, every time the same thing happens. So how can today's live stream be an exception? And Raj has amazingly said that crash that like button. Let that trend of not hitting the likes be broken today. Okay, so everyone just smash that like button, crash that like button. Okay, 7,500 plus viewers, at least take those likes to what, 5,000 at least. Come on, right? Okay, chalo. So with that, let us move on with our Zomato IPO review. Yes, PRK100 says, ma'am, we are so engrossed in learning. That's why That's why PRK, I give special time to my viewers to take a break and just give dedication to that, towards that like button. That is our goal right now. Mashata Dola. Okay, like Arjuna saw only the fish's eye. That's what we see, the like button. That's what we want to hit. That's what we want to aim at and smash it. Right? Okay. Chalo. So with that, now let us move on to our Zomato IPO review. Okay, so let's talk about the most important points here in Zomato IPO review. I'm sure everyone knows that it's a special IPO. Why? Because it's one of the first Indian startups to be listed on our Indian stock exchange. So, chalo, to begin with, let's try and make it interactive. How many of you know this, that Zomato IPO is going to get listed on BSE or on NSE or both? Okay, I want an answer from everyone. Whether BSE, NSE or both, where is it going to get listed? Zomato, tell me quickly. Aki Yep says tomato, potato, Zomato. Wow. Okay, Aman says BSE, Prerit says both, Kunal says both, Kalyani says both, Kalpesh says BSE, Varun, and now I can't read. But there are many people who are saying both. And correct answer for this is only BSE. This is something different, because whatever IPOs we have discussed till date, majority of them have actually gotten listed on both. But our Zomato IPO is not going to get listed on both. Zomato IPO is going to get listed only on BSE. Otherwise, what will happen? Why I thought of opening it up with this one? Because, Samiksha says why? Why? Because unki marzi hai bhai. Achha, please understand, the moment you want to get listed on both, you have to pay fees to both the exchanges, na? So Zomato people might have thought, let's pay listing fees only to one exchange. Maybe as and how time permits, they'll get listed on NSE. Okay. So to be very honest, I tried to search this very quickly. I tried to search this. I didn't get a reason for this. I don't know exactly the reason why, but I can tell you for sure that is the reason. That is a scenario that currently they are going to get listed only on BSE. Why I thought of telling this to you? Because most of you are not going to get the Zomato IPO. You might be like, Kaya, hey, why is she saying that because you're not going to get it? Kyun aise nazar laga rahi hai shuruaat mein? It's reality, yaar. Come on. Otherwise, also we don't get it. We apply for so many IPOs and we don't get the allocation for IPOs. Now, in this case, Zomato case, retail allocation is only 10%. So, if of 100 shares which are going to be issued for retail people, for retail individual investors like you and me, we are having a quota of only 10%. Now, out of whenever it is 35%, also we don't get many times. Okay. Then, if it is only 10%, then do we really feel that we are so lucky that we are going to get that IPO in that 10% allocation also? It's going to be terribly difficult. Do you agree with me? Yes. And if that be so, there might be some people who might be like, I should at least try and buy it after it gets listed. There might be some people, okay, who are attending the stream right now. They might be like, if I don't get the IPO, I'll definitely, apply for the IPO after it gets listed. And then what will happen? On the day of listing, they are searching on NSE. Zomato, where is Zomato? They're not able to find it only. Because now at that time, you'll then remember me and you'll say, Rachana has told us. We know that it's not going to get listed on NSE. It's going to get listed only on BSE. I hope you have understood this amazing point, important point, that yes, it's going to get listed only and only on BSE. Okay. If I ever happen to meet the promoters or those who took this decision, if I ever happen to meet them, I can ask them why. And if they tell me the answer, I will surely let you know. Okay. So why they have not chosen NSE, or I don't know, just out of the blue. This is like beating around the bush. I'm not sure. Maybe certain compliances might be pending. Not sure. This is just beating around the bush. Okay. So, but fact remains, not going to get listed on BSE. Chalo. So going back, startups, Indian startups getting listed on the stock market. That's a whole new era that we are going to start witnessing. Okay, because हम बोलते ना सर, बेटी बड़ी हो गई, बेटा बड़ा हो गया. We always say that. In Marathi we say, आता तू लहान नाही राहिलीस बाळा, आता तू मोठी झालीस. Something like that. So our startups, once upon a time, इतू से थे जब हमने उनको देखा था. Something like that. Startup like Zomato. Now it becomes so big, and it is now going to get listed on the stock exchange. And why am I saying it is going to become so big? Because if it gets listed at the price that they are issuing it, and with the size of the IPO, it's going to be categorized as a large cap. Okay, Zomato is going to get categorized as a large cap company. That is the size. That's going to be the size of the IPO. Okay, so 10% retail. Yes, of course. Right. I just thought of checking the chats in a while. Okay. Anyways, going back to the discussion, right? So what was I saying? The size is going to be so much that if this startup, yes, Ashwin says it's 60,000 crores. Absolutely. It's going to be that big. And if that be so, and if it is successful, then there could be many, many more startups, Indian startups, who might get lined up to get themselves listed on the stock exchange. Few startups which are already in line, who might be just seeing that how Zomato is performing. Based on that, will take a decision whether to get listed or not. We have a startup, I'm sure everyone knows it, Policy Bazaar. We have startups like Nykaa. We have startups like Delivery. There are so many startups like these, just to name a few, right? They might think of getting listed on the stock exchange if Zomato sees a good listing, right? So just wanted to share the IPO details with you on screen. This is our normal, 1 minute, let me just share my screen. Okay. So these are the IPO details. Issue opens on 14th of July, closes on 16th of July. And IPO price is just 72 to 76 shares. 195 is the minimum lot size. Listing at only BSE. That's what I was talking about. Okay, listing is only at BSE. Minimum lot size is 195. 14,820 will be your cutoff amount, and maximum lots are 13, based on which your amount for cutoff will be 1,92,660. Okay. Shares are will be listed on the stock exchange on 27th of July 2021. Now, very important point I wanted to share with you is that those who have applied for the 2 IPOs which are already available in the stock market, which was about Clean Science and GR Infra. If people are like, "Arey, but our money is blocked in those IPOs. How can we apply for this one?" So please be sure that before this IPO ends, initiation of refunds for those IPOs, for those 2 IPOs, is going to happen. And that is the reason why, if you're falling short on funds right now, till this IPO closes, you will be in a position to get back your money. So I'll just quickly share with you what I wanted to say. Share screen. Okay. So this is our normal website, Chittorgarh, that we use. So Clean Science and Technology. Here, if you can see initiation of refunds. So if you have applied for this IPO, and if you don't get any allotment, you are going to get the refund on 15th. Okay. If I talk about the second company, which is GR Infra, it's the same old story for GR Infra as well. Okay. Refund means whatever amount was blocked as per ASBA, that is going to get released. Okay. Now you don't have to pay anyone. Amount just goes blocked in your account. Okay. Here also, if you see for GR Infra also, it's July 15th. So ideally, you will be in a position to apply for this IPO, Zomato, if you want to, because till then your money will be freed. Okay, so I think this was an important point which I also wanted to tell you. Why I said, so going back to our discussion, I said that for Zomato, retail participation is only 10%, not more than 10% will be allowed for retail individual investors. And few of you might be like, why? For others, it's 35%. Then why only 10% for Zomato? Because, there is a rule which SEBI came up in 2012, and it said that if your pre-tax average pre-tax operating profit. Okay, it should be at least of 15 crores for the past 3 years. I'm repeating, your average past 3 years operating profit should be at least 15 crores for the past 3 years. And if it does not happen, if you don't have these average profits of 15 crore for the past 3 years operating profit, then possibility number one, you'll have to list yourself on the SME platform. I hope many of you might be knowing this. NSE, BSE both have their SME platform. SME is what? Small and medium enterprises platform. Okay, either you list on the SMA platform, or you have to carry out an IPO wherein QIB category people, who are QIB, qualified institutional buyer category people, will have a 75% participation. Okay, so institutions will have a higher participation. Now, why? Let's talk about a company like Zomato. Is it a profit-making company or a loss-making company? I'm sure if I ask this question, all of you ideally will be in a position to answer this. It's a loss-making company. So you only tell me, for a loss-making company, should retail individual investors be given more exposures, or should QIB be given more exposure? Ideally, QIB should be given more exposure. Why? They understand the risks well as compared to us. Okay, they have a better team who can dissect the financials of the company and then decide whether it's worth investing or not. Okay, so as per SEBI rule, if it's a loss-making company, or the profit threshold is not met, QIB participation will be higher. And in fact, I was just reading an article in Business Standard. It mentioned that 10% will go to RII and 15% will go to HNI or NII. What is NII? NII is non-institutional investor. HNI is high net worth individuals. Okay, so I hope you have understood this, how it works. And in fact, I had this question in my mind while I was reading through this article in Business Standard, that is there any other company wherein the same thing happened? So answer is yes. This happened in 2013 when Just Dial came up with an IPO. Okay. So with this basic information, now let's move on with the main part, which is financials of the company. Something very important, something very interesting that you should understand. So again, I'm going to share my screen with you so that you understand the financials very well. Right. So these are the financials. Now, if you check their net worth has grown tremendously from, by the way, all rupees are in millions. Their net worth has grown from 25,000 millions to 80,000 millions at a CAGR of 177%. Of course, they had done a few rounds of funding, because of which their net worth increased. Okay. Their revenue from operations have also gone up from 13,000 million. It went up to 26,000 million, but it has again come down to 19,000 millions. So if you compare 2021 with 2020, the performance is not good. Okay. Of course, this is because of the lockdown impact. But if you compare 2021 with 2019, as compared to 2019, it has still performed better. Okay, that's about revenue from operations. Now, if you check out EBITDA is your earning before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization. FY19, it was minus 22,000 million, went up, further losses, minus 23,000 million. And now FY21, the EBITDA is only at 4,672 million loss. I have to say only, because in comparison with 23,000 million loss, 4,500 loss in millions is only one. Okay, but still it's a big one, no doubts on that. Okay, now if I talk about the net profit or loss, that's of course a net loss again, from 10,000 million to 23,000 million to 8,000 million. Still, I can say, are they improving? Yes, at least their losses are going down. The return on net worth has also, so again, I'm comparing 19 with 21, from minus 37% to minus 10%. 2020, all in all, has not performed well at all in almost each and every parameters. One more interesting data point I found out, that there was something known as a per order commercial, or a per order, I can say, economic. Okay. For every single order which was placed during the financial year 1920, the company was making 29.5 rupees loss. Means what? If Zomato gets an order, a food delivery order, the moment they are delivering that, they're going to have a loss of 29.5 rupees per order. Crazy. But the same scenario in 2021, by the way, in 2021, this per order scenario, I'm talking about only a 9-monthly figure. For this, they have turned from a 29.5 rupees loss to 22.9 rupees profit. Okay, so what has happened? In short, In the previous year, if Zomato was completing an order, if they were fulfilling an order, for per order, they were incurring a loss of almost 30 rupees. And this year, 2020, 2021, if they are fulfilling this order, they are earning a profit of almost 23 rupees per order. But wait, this is at a gross level. Then come all the expenses, right? And post all these expenses, they are still in loss. Okay. Of course, revenue from operations, this which fell down was because of Corona. I did talk about that. Then EBITDA growth is really handsome, from minus 23,000 to 4,672. So a big cut in the losses. This is because marketing and advertisement costs have gone down by 60%, and even outsourced support cost, that is a delivery cost, has gone down by almost 72%. So when I tried to find out what is this outsourced support cost, I found out that in certain cases, Zomato was also, not in all cases, let me repeat, not in all cases, in few cases, Zomato was also outsourcing to Dunzo to fulfill orders. And now, of course, understand, Dunzo is also going to charge a big amount to Zomato to fulfill the order. Okay, for them, it's going to be more expensive. So what they have tried to do, they have tried to cut on this outsourced support cost. They have tried to cut on marketing and advertisement cost, because of which you can see that the EBITDA has improved quite a bit. Net profit or loss, there are two items here. There are two exceptional items, but I did read through these. There is an organization in UAE. It's a Talabat. The name of the organization is Talabat. It's an exceptional item regarding this specific entity. If I were to explain this, it's a bit tricky. If you want, you can just read note number 46. Is it going to terribly impact us? Answer is no. That's why I feel it's not worth making you understand. It will take at least 15-20 minutes for you to explain note number 46 at note number 52. Okay, those who are from commerce line and those who understand what are exceptional items, just in case, even if you're not from a commerce background, exceptional item is something which has happened very rarely. These things happen. Okay, plain English meaning exceptional. It's not a routine item. Okay, so can be ignored. Okay, so but those who want to go into depth, you may go through note number 46 and note number 52 of their notes to accounts in the RHP, wherein you'll find the details of those exceptional items. Okay. After going through the financials, then I also checked the price to sales ratio. Number of shares I've taken from page number 102 of the red herring prospectus. These are the number of shares. Revenue from operations is this much. Revenue per share is coming to this much. IPO price, if I take 76, then the price to sales ratio is coming to 25.41. Now, price to sales of 25.41, is it good or is it bad? For that, if I were to compare it with something, compare it with Swiggy. Swiggy is not listed. Okay. Now, there are certain global peers. Okay. I tried to find it, whether I could see, whether I could get some data. I tried to find over the internet. I tried to find over various videos if someone has talked about global peers or not. I found this figure being mentioned by few other fellow YouTubers and also one or two news articles wherein they mentioned 8.7 times. But to be honest, majoritarily I found in videos only, didn't find any specific source which like I talked about Business Standard right now. I didn't find in such newspaper. So just thought of clarifying, didn't find in any specific national newspaper or something like that. At least I didn't find it. I took this from other videos, this 8.71 figure, right? Now, there are many people who just want to check what is the gray market premium. Now, if you see, this is the latest GMP, gray market premium for Zomato. You can see GMP today is 13 rupees. Okay. So what does it mean? If the IPO price is 72, on 72 rupees, it's a gray market premium of 13 rupees. With that, the ratio comes up to almost 20% premium on listing. There'll be many people on television who will say that, okay, we expect that the share will get listed at a premium of 15%. We expect that the share will get listed at a premium of 20%. Okay. From where do they get to know about this? Okay. For those who are not sure which website am I checking out right now, it's IPOwatch.in. I'll repeat, it's IPOwatch.in. And on this website, you can see that the GMP today is 13. Does this keep on changing every day? Answer is yes. Okay. So with this, I hope you're able to understand that there's a great chance that this share might get listed at a premium of almost 15 to 20 rupees. I talked about global peers, and one of the global peer is Meituan. It's a Chinese delivery based company, and it got listed in Hong Kong. The IPO price was 69 Hong Kong dollars. The listing day close was 72.6 Hong Kong dollars, almost listing gains of 5.2%. This is about the Chinese company. And if I'm talking about today's price of that same Meituan Chinese delivery based company, then the price today is 279.2 Hong Kong dollars. Okay, one more time, let me repeat. IPO price 69 Hong Kong dollars. Today's price almost 279.2 Hong Kong dollars. Okay. Now let us understand that why did we see the video on Saturday? Why did we see the video on Sunday? The one which I uploaded on the YouTube on Saturday 9 p.m. is that we must understand that Zomato is not only a food delivery company. Okay, in fact, many news articles that I went through, it says that it's a consultancy company. Zomato is a consultancy company. They're a technology company. And in 2019, the company made changes in their business model where they actually say this, that they are a technology platform that connects customers and restaurant partners. They have said this in few interviews that we are a technology platform and we connect various restaurants and restaurants, customers, delivery partners. We are serving multiple needs is what they say. Okay. And in fact, they feel that they're going to lead restaurant analytics and service industry. Why am I saying this? Because if you remember, I have told you about the business verticals of Zomato also. And as I mentioned, few news articles also said this, that they are one of the leading restaurant analytics and service industry as well. Okay. Few points so I've talked about all the good points till now. Okay. But few points which made me feel like that's a problem. So of course I've talked about the financials. In financials, I did say that they are into losses, no doubts about that. So one point here, you can see promoter and promoter group holding dash. Dipender Goyal G has only 5.5%, and his stake is also classified as public. Okay, I have not done the classification. Classification is as per the norms of SEBI. So what do we mean by skin in the game? Skin in the game means the promoter should have a good holding in the company. Then only he feels that, it's my company. I have to work very hard. Then only I'll be able to fill up my pockets. Here, out of the two main promoters, one promoter is not at all holding the share. Second, Mr. Dipender Ji, he is also holding only 5.5%. So because of which, it might happen that, somewhere other people might feel that, what about the motivation? Can that be on a shade lower side? Is what people feel. So that is one bad point. Any risks that I found out? Answer is obviously yes. Number one, it is mentioned in their RHP only that the food industry is bleeding right now because of the pandemic, and because of which the number of listings on Zomato can also see a downfall. Okay, more and more restaurants, if they close down during the pandemic, it is going to be bad sign for Zomato as well. Number two, they have not mentioned the use of their net proceeds. So whatever I listed down, 2,250 crores is for general corporate purpose. So they have not mentioned it very clearly. One more point is that Zomato, I'm sure you might have read this also, that Zomato and Swiggy are forcing restaurant partners to give discounts, more and more discounts to Zomato, Swiggy, so that they can pass on the discount to the customers. And if Zomato people say that if you don't give us the discounts, if you don't encourage discounts on our platform, then we might not show your restaurant as a good visibility on the app. So in simple words, you can visualize it something like this, that a restaurant which gives more discount, their restaurant can be shown on the top, okay, amongst available restaurants. So many restaurant owners have filed a complaint to the Competition Commission of India, and also they have there is one more association, which is National Restaurants Association of India. So these authorities are looking into this, that whether this is not legal as such, but is this ethical or not? And if they try to curb the practices of Zomato that they are doing right now, it might not be a good news for Zomato. Also, company is currently incurring losses. I understand that the losses are going down, but then please understand that if I'm talking about the company incurring losses, if it is incurring losses continuously, the share price might not might not sustain over a longer period of time. Okay, so it is one of the risk points that with repeated losses, company might not be in a position to sustain. Okay, sustain in what sense? Their prices might be fluctuating, prices might go down in the near future. I also want you all to understand that if I was a person, now with all these things, my God, I've given you a lot of insights. With all these things, if I were a person with low risk taking capacity, to be very honest, I would not have applied for the IPO. I'm repeating. If I were a person with low risk taking capacity, I would not have applied for this IPO for a simple reason. Simple reason is that the company is still in huge losses. Of course, agreed that it has a potential, whatever. That might be the case. I mean, that might happen in the coming years, that we'll see a turnaround, this, that, whatever. But right now, I still feel that company being in losses might not be a very good story in a shorter term. Okay, what about listing gains? Listing gains may happen if the company gets a lot of subscription, if it is oversubscribed. Plus, if the gray market premium remains intact, you may see a listing gain. But then in the shorter term, there might be ups and downs for this company if it does post losses continuously. But one minute. In the longer term, in the longer time frame, it would be interesting to see that if there is a turnaround, if the company turns around from losses to profits, if that be so, I might really want to go in more into this company, not because of its delivery business, because of its cloud kitchen business, because of its consultancy business, because of the analytics, because of the database, huge database that they have, right? One more risk factor which is there is the market, and which is Amazon. Amazon might start its food delivery business, and if that be so, I think they have already started in Bengaluru, and if that be so, they might offer more and more discounts. They might try to get more and more customers. With that, it might have a shade negative impact on Zomato, no doubt about that. Okay, so I hope you have understood all these important points. So I personally, last time I'm repeating that if I were a person who has very, very less risk-taking capacity, I might not have applied for this issue. But because I do have a good risk-taking capacity right now, I can say average or above average. In that case, yes, I would be applying for this IPO. For how many lots? That is questionable. For how many lots? In that case, yes, we will discuss that. I mean, I might just upload that somewhere, that yeah, based on how much subscription the company receives, based on that, how many lots I'll decide. But at least for one, yes, for sure, I'm going to surely apply for this company's shares, right? So let me just quickly close this presentation, and then I will take whatever questions you have. Just give me a second. All right, chalo. So with this, now let's take all the questions, and still the likes have not crossed 5,000. Now 9,600 concurrent viewers, 9,600 viewers, and likes only 4,700. Please, you have to take it above 5,000 at least. Come on. Okay, Namma Bengaluru. Okay, Rachana ma'am, पुण्याला मीटअप कधी ठेवणार? आता कोरोना नाही जात त्याला मी काय करू? Okay, chalo. So let me see if there are some quick super chats. If yes, I'll quickly answer them. Akshit says Nifty really testing 15,700. A lot crash possible? Question mark. Akshit, I did talk about the trend line. Based on that, I have said that I feel that not a big crash as such, but yes, correction is what I feel might happen. Tomato, Zomato. Aki, yes, I already answered your super chat. MHT, hi Rachana, please HDFC Life July end price on TA. To be honest, MHT, today's live stream is not about stock specific. It can be either on Nifty or Zomato IPO review. So anything stock specific questions, I will take in our stocks and news live stream. Okay. Edelweiss recently listed IPO fund. Again, anything other than today's live stream, only during stocks and news. Tagde Kaustub says Zomato versus Swiggy. I don't have an option to invest in Swiggy, na? So Zomato. Vignesh Panchal says, teacher, considering your view on Nifty weakness, what is your observation on USD INR? Technically, MACD, it shows bearish sign, but can the trend reverse? Need your advice. Thank you. USD INR, I have not tracked. Let me just see USD futures. Let me check 1 minute. Let me see. USD INR. Chalo, I'll see on this exchange. Not a clear-cut indication. Can't see anything very clearly. Shows kind of a sideways right now on USD INR. So I understand that that's also a very important parameter to be checked, that if the demand for INR is increasing, okay, what does that mean? More and more INR is being purchased, USDT is being, not USDT, USD is being sold in the market. And if more INR is being demanded for what? For purchasing the stocks, okay. And if Indian rupee is slipping, what might happen is that FIIs are selling their stocks. If they're selling their stocks, they're wanting to take back their money in USD, right? So what will they do? They'll want to sell INR and buy USD. So dollar becoming strong and strong is a sign, is one of the correlations that FIIs are selling, okay. For those who did not understand this part, it's okay. Can't see very, very clear-cut point on USD INR. Just see that if USD is becoming stronger, so Vignesh, if USD is becoming stronger, it means that FIIs are maybe wanting to take their money back. This is one of the thought processes, okay. Also, you can check FII DI data for that as well. Akshit Bhakchandani, no, there was one more person, sorry. Vishwa, did I skip any chat? Vishwas Bhattji says, please see DRHP. It shows listing on NSE and BSE both. Fine. I have the RHP. Let me check the RHP also 1 minute. Let me share my screen as well. See, so this is also one more important point. If you have RHP and DRHP, always you should check out the RHP, not DRHP, okay? Because RHP is the final document, which is important. DRHP is just a draft red herring prospectus, okay? This is only 420 pages, not much. Out of that, where am I going to find it? Ideally, in the first or second page only, they mention this. Wait. First page or second page? Listing. I'm not sure whether you'll be able to see this or not. Okay, now this is the highest I can zoom. The equity shares offered through this red herring prospectus are proposed to be listed on BSE and NSE, on both, proposed to be listed on both. Our company has received an in principle approved from BSE and NSE for the listing of the equity shares pursuant to letters dated 10th May 2021 and 19th May 2021 respectively. So here you can see that from BSE, they have gotten an approval on 10th May and NSE they have gotten an approval on 19th May respectively. But for the purposes of the offer, the designated stock exchange shall be BSE. That's what they mentioned. For the purpose of the offer, the designated stock exchange shall be BSE. So with this, I feel BSE, but it will be interesting to see now. Because here they say that in principle approval, so at least they have got, they're proposed to be listed on BSE and NSE both. Chittorgarh, the website that we always check for all these IPOs, it's a pretty famous website for IPOs. Here also they have very clearly mentioned Zomato IPO details, listing at BSE, same thing they are also mentioning. So I'll tell you how I told you that it's going to get listed only on BSE. As I mentioned, I'm showing it to you on the screen. It's there on this website, Chittorgarh. Also on RHP, it says that for the purpose of this offer, the designated exchange shall be BSE. They have not given BSE and NSE. That's how I interpreted it. That's my stand, right? All right, moving on. Alpan Akte says, PF course केलेल्यांची पण मीट होते का? मी केला. काय केलं? Okay, Alpana, right now, to be very honest, we are not taking any meets for PFM course. For those who don't know what is this all about, those who have enrolled for my courses, whether it's basics of stock market or fundamental analysis or technical analysis, whatever, every single month we do have a meet. I came across this feature today only. See, it's running on the screen. Today only I came to know about it. So I'm trying to experiment. That every single course, whether it's basics of stock market or fundamental analysis, technical analysis, all these courses, we do have a Zoom meeting every single month. But this month I am a bit busy with F&O shoot. So this month I might not be able to do a lot of Zoom meetings. So please excuse me for this month. But otherwise, every single month we do have our meets. We are trying something new as well. We are trying to shift to a new platform, a much advanced platform. All these things are coming up. I can't disclose all things right now. Just trust everything is going to be a shade higher, right? Okay. Samson Reddy says, ma'am, according to you, what is the best share to hold for long term? Oh my God, there are so many to hold for the long term. Next one is, based on current financials, when will it break even? Oh, that is such a difficult question to answer, Akshit. There are so many parameters for that. I can't guess based on current financials when will it break even. Okay, so that's out of syllabus question. Next question is by Sushrut Adekar. F&O course kadi yenar? Waiting. Sushrut, F&O course, as I had promised, if you remember, June end or July end. Before that, I am going to complete my shoot. I had promised long ago, and I am going to keep my promise. So before July end, the shoot will be over. Editing doesn't take more than 1 week beyond that. So yeah, July end it will be done, and 1 week for editing, another 2-3 days. So maybe 15th August can be a nice mahurat for Independence Day can be a good mahurat for F&O, maybe. Okay, but yes, till July end we'll be done with the shoots. I'm also pushing my editing team to fasten up the editing process so that we can release it a bit earlier. Let's see. Okay. Karnati Harsh. Oh, after a long time, Karnati. Ma'am, is it better to invest in InfoEdge, which holds 15% than Zomato, considering its business model and huge competition from faster growth Swiggy? InfoEdge is also a very good company. I have discussed about this in one of my previous videos, I guess. So yes, that can also be an alternative, no doubt about that. What technical indicator show for IDFC First Bank? Sridhar, your question will be answered in next episode of Stocks in News. Okay. SGX Nifty is showing positive trend contrary to Nifty 50. That keeps on changing, Abhijit Moge. Tomorrow morning, you can see the picture might be different. Okay, so it just keeps on changing. Don't worry. Tattva Chintan Pharma IPO or SME? Tattva Chintan, to be honest, Gohel Abhishek, I have not yet studied about Tattva Chintan Pharma IPO. Tomorrow there's a roadshow for this, if I'm not mistaken. So might be attending that after which I'll do some analysis. Can't comment anything right now on Tattva Chintan. Madhavan Venkachari says, can I improve chances of getting IPO by increasing the lot size from one lot besides multiple applications? You can try it out, but ideally will not be a big difference. Main thing is applying through multiple demat accounts. That's the best thing you can do. Samson Reddy, hi madam, one more question. Is it good time to buy Adani shares now? Is there Arey Baba, right now no other stock. Okay. Naresh Sharma offered a big glass of coffee. Thank you, Naresh. I'm also coughing a little bit. Anyways, so thank you, Naresh, for that cup of coffee. What has happened to my stream? Acha, I was stuck up, I guess. Ashish Garg says, how to enroll for F&O course? Ashish, I have not yet opened the enrollment. Once I do open the enrollments, I will let you know on the channel, and then you can enroll for the course as well. Ashwin Balaji says, ma'am, 15th August is the target date for reaching 30 lakh subscribers. What happened? I know, by the way, yesterday we reached 27 lakh subscribers on our channel. Yeah. 30 lakhs is ambitious. I had said that let's set up an ambitious target, and we had set that target somewhere around in February, that let's try and keep a target of 30 lakhs by August 15. So I know it was super ambitious, reaching 20 lakhs in February and 30 lakhs in August. But nevertheless, I feel we will surely go very, very, very close to that from today till 15th August. Ideally, we would have crossed 28.5 lakhs for sure. It's always good to have stretched targets so that you at least go close to your goals. And still, if you have not subscribed to the channel, and if you feel you get some value on this channel, you may consider subscribing to the channel so that we reach our goal of 30 lakh subscribers as early as possible, is what I can say, right? Akshit says, ma'am, love your videos. Hope to meet you one day. Yes, Akshit, for sure. Come down to Pune. We can meet. Right. Okay. All right. I guess that's it. We have. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the participation. I'm glad so many people participated in today's live stream. At one point of time, I guess there were almost 9,000 plus viewers. I hope everyone has understood about what can be the possible view on Nifty, and I'm sure Ashwini says drink turmeric milk. I know that is ideal. Actually, I just love coffee. Okay. Jayesh Kavade says next support for NMDC after 165 and next support for Aarti Industries after 845. Other stocks next live stream, Jayesh, not during today's live stream. NMDC is not performing well, not at all. The OFS offer for sale news came up, and after that NMDC started going down like anything. But as always, I say that even if you want to invest in any stock, I have said this so many times, it should not happen that invest all at one shot. It should always be 1/5. I've said this so many times. Okay. So don't worry, even if you have invested your first 1/5, try to, have some patience. Don't become impatient. Whenever we are discussing any stock from fundamental analysis angle, we are looking at it from a 1 year time frame, okay, not from a 1 day time frame or a 1 week time frame, right? So yes, that's it about NMDC. Of course, we'll be discussing about that more in detail for all the pro investor members. Okay. Chalo, view on Tata Motors some other day. Will Info Edge Holding enable us to apply as stakeholders for Zomato? No. That's it. That's it from my side. Sanchita says, ma'am, just joined live stream. F&O date, please. Not yet announced. Will announce on the channel. Don't worry. Okay. Well, that's it from my side, guys. Tired. Try to. Ketan says, pro investor chats not answered. Ma'am, why? To be very honest, Ketan, there are so many chats. If I keep on answering this, it will be 12 midnight for sure. So sorry for that. But there are many chats. It's very difficult for me to answer each and every chat in this section right now. Okay, so sorry, they'll say, but because of the number of chats, becomes difficult, right? Chalo, with that, I think let's stop for the day. I'll see you in the next live stream. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye-bye.